Live, and I hope we are. Thank you, StreamYards. I'm Harry Von Stuttgart, and this is Steve Sporty Balls live from our studios, or actually from the Tom O'Neill Broadcast Studios on the fourth floor of the Park Forest Apartment Complex somewhere in the city of Jackson. This is Steve Sporty Balls, and here he is, back where he belongs. Well, almost where he belongs. Watch it. Here's Steve. All right, thank you. Welcome, everybody, to the show of shows. Hopefully, you are looking at us. Hopefully, it is on YouTube. So, we are live. I am Steve. And believe me when I tell you, oh, it's a joy to be here. We're here on Streamlabs. YouTube is just, well, if you're wondering why we're using Streamlabs, it's very simple. YouTube Studio is having a little connection problem. So we're going to be here and we will try to entertain you for at least an hour. In fact, right now, let's give you that hour right here, right now. We don't have music. We're getting things progressively going straight and wunderbar. I'm hoping this is right. But anyway, let's get on with it. We got NFL preseason football starting up. That's right, week 2 of 3. So let's go hand in hand and tell you what's going to happen. All right. Now, week 2 is here, and we are happy. That's right. We have a Thursday night doubleheader to enjoy as the exhibition season continues to amaze us. And just what is this doubleheader, you may ask? Well, here we go. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and Houston Texans. They have kicked off at 8 p.m. right now. They're in the third quarter. It's a game on ESPN. Houston has the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 40. And with 8 minutes, 53 seconds left in this glorious quarter, the score is Houston 20, Raiders 3. Yep, Raiders 3. Oh, golly, Wally, Jeeble Wobbers. And we're back. Huzzah. Now, by the way, the second game, oh, wait a minute here. Did I get it right or wrong? Vegas Raiders and the Houston Texans will kick off from Reliance Stadium at 8, which is right now. San Francisco 49ers will take on the Los Angeles Chargers in SoFi Stadium, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, the story of the night centers around number 1 overall pick, quarterback Fernando Mendoza. Yes, friends. The Raiders' prospective face of the franchise is reportedly expected to play most of the first half after Kirk Cousins got the start last week against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Mendoza played 4 series Saturday night from the first quarter. Excuse me. Play most of the first half. Okay, we got that right. Early into the fourth quarter, he completed 10 of 16 passes for 97 yards and a touchdown. Now, later on in the night, the 49ers will play a number of starters against the Texans. While head coach Kyle Shanahan did not reveal any names, he did say there's a good chance star quarterback Brock Purdy gets some snaps. Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh said his starters will play one series. So here is the schedule, and we've already given you one score. 8:53 left. It's Houston 20, Raiders 3, and of course 49ers and Chargers 10 p.m. both Eastern time zones. Friday night, you got the Jets and Steelers at 7, Panthers at Jaguars 7:30, Packers and Broncos at 9 o'clock. Yes, friends, 9 bells. Now, it's Saturday night. The game starts at noon with the Commanders taking on the fun-loving Detroit Lions at noon at the field that Henry Ford built. Ravens and Vikings, Bills and Browns and the Falcons and Colts go at it at 1 p.m. Eastern. The 4 p.m. games will be your Saints and Rams taking on Saints taking on the Rams at 4. It's been a while, okay? Giants and Dolphins at 4 p.m. Then the 7 p.m. games, Bears at Bengals, Eagles at Patriots, 7:30, the Chiefs at Buccaneers, and the late game is Cowboys and Cardinals, and they wrap up week 2 Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. The Seattle Seahawks at the Tennessee Titans, and we hope you will enjoy that little game. Thank you. Payne Weber. And if you could hear us, fantastic. Okay, and we do have one injury to report right now. Chigozie Anuazim was carted off the field after going down with a lower body injury during punt coverage. The entire Raiders team came out to see him loaded on the cart. It was just his second snap played of the game. He was pulled down from behind by a Texan while running downfield. Undrafted out of Colorado State in 24, he suited up in 3 games for the Raiders last year. Okay, Raiders have the ball, 7:38 remaining, 1st and 10 on Houston's 39. Oh boy. This could be interesting. If you want to see the game, please do so. It's on ESPN. So there you go. Wowsies. Okay, right now we're going to go back to where we want to be, and that's right back over at the hotline and get you some big-time news. For example, let's get to this story also. Well, hey, it's another week and another earth-shattering and shaking lawsuit for college football. 19 days after a judge in Colorado issued a sweeping temporary restraining order that allowed all class of 2022. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Athletes to return to school for a 5th year. A judge in Louisiana has issued an order Wednesday that now allows double-digit football players to return to the sport in 26, with an added caveat. The NCAA can't enforce its rules that prevent players who sign professional contracts from returning to college. That means players currently on NFL rosters, such as Tampa Bay Buccaneer edge rusher Jack Clyburn and Cleveland Brown tight end Daquan Wright, both of whom were part of the lawsuit, can return to college football. Wright entered the transfer portal on Thursday. Now, the scope of the ruling is limited. It applies only to the players in the lawsuit and is temporarily, and it's temporary measure until an injunction hearing is held. But it still set off a bomb in college football's front offices as teams now scramble to deal with the impact. Should they go after one of the players who's now eligible? Could one of their former players, say one cut by an NFL team, go sue to return? How long will all this even last? Or will another development prevent these players from playing college football this season? And those are all the questions that front office staffers are asking at this point. Now, in the midst of the chaos, this is what CBS Sports is hearing from sources around college football's landscape about the lawsuit in Louisiana and what it means just 1 week before the start of the season. Now, are there more lawsuits coming? You bet your sweet bippy. A lot more. Despite the NCAA and Colorado District Judge Charlotte Sweeney clarifying earlier this month that the July ruling wouldn't override the NCAA's rules regarding players who've signed NFL contracts, there were still teams in recent weeks that remain in contact with camps of players in that category who were interested in as possibilities to return to college. Now, while there were players who signed NFL contracts who hoped to explore return to the NFL, or actually return to college, there were reservations about being the first one to file a lawsuit in order to try to gain college eligibility. Now players don't have to worry about that. What do they have to worry about? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's got a lot of people around the front office space expecting the developments on Wednesday to, as one personnel staffer put it, open the floodgates for these type of lawsuits. Now, the expectation among sources is that many of the next wave of cases will involve players who signed NFL contracts but have since been released and are now out of work. Oh, similar to the situation of multiple players in Wednesday's lawsuit. However, sources do expect players currently on NFL rosters to continue filing lawsuits, specifically undrafted rookies who believe they're likely to be released ahead of the NFL roster countdown day on August 30th. Now, are there a lot of teams poised to add players? Could be, but not necessarily. Sources have told our friends at CBS Sports that teams like LSU and Ole Miss are interested in both bringing back some of their own football former players and possibly adding players via the transfer portal. There are other championship contending teams beyond just LSU and Ole Miss currently looking into potential post-portal additions. However, some teams aren't going to entertain any transfers at this point. Some aren't even interested in bringing back any of their former players either. Now, there are questions for coaches and personnel staffers both about how adding a player just ahead of the season could impact locker room chemistry. Now, does this change anything with SEC transfer restrictions? Well, in the wake of the Colorado ruling, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey sent a memo to SEC schools earlier this month stating that league rules remain in place and prohibit SEC players from transferring to another conference school now that the transfer deadline has passed. However, sources believe that a school like LSU could try to circumvent that. In addition, some of those sources note that the wording of Wednesday's lawsuit could create an opening for a player to transfer from one conference school to another. Nevertheless, there are sources at other SEC schools that remain under the impression that league rules will prevent that from happening. Now, can these players still make NFL rosters? Of course, yes. That is correct. Sources believe that Pyburn, for example, has a realistic chance to make Tampa Bay's 53-man roster. He helped his cause with 2 sacks in his preseason debut. And speaking with sources close to some of those athletes and the schools that they could transfer to, Most caution that just because a player is part of a lawsuit doesn't necessarily mean they plan to return to college. They could still make a 53-man roster or take practice squad spot over jumping back down to college football. A player like Pyburn is just creating optionality for himself by being included in the lawsuit. Now, some, however, took a more cynical view while considering a case like Pyburn. Quote, there's a certain line where the NFL has to be pissed, a Big 12 GM said. Quote, further, the agent for Pyburn is smart because I'm assuming he's trying to force the Bucs to say, quote, you have to roster him in the 53 or else we're not going on the practice squad. But the NFL is not going to want people using college leverage on them. And wow, this is going to be mighty interesting. So we'll keep you up to date on this as well. It's 14 minutes past the hour. We're on the air till 11 o'clock, and hopefully we'll have people watching. Hopefully. 16 minutes. We've been on the air now for 16:25. Oh, good. Let's keep going. Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns rookie and former Ole Miss tight end Daquan Wright entered the transfer portal Thursday, becoming the first active NFL player to do so, sources told CBS Sports' Matt Zenitz. A member of the Browns practice squad and training camp after going undrafted in April, Wright is one of 16 players, with many more expected. Buzzing. Who planned to head back to college after a Louisiana judge granted a temporary restraining order centering around the NC2A's 5-year eligibility clock. Now, never before has, hey, Jonathan, how you doing, bro? Welcome aboard. Hopefully you like the new look. Anyone, by the way, that wants to enter our little porthole here and want to share the fun with me, can do so. Yeah, we can have guests now. Wow, this is incredible. I kind of like StreamYards. Anyway, let's continue with this. Let's see. Wright caught 113 passes for 1,603 yards during stops at Virginia Tech and Ole Miss, including 1,029 yards across his final 2 seasons with the Rebels. He went undrafted after earning second-team All-SEC honors at Ole Miss, signed with Philadelphia, and was later claimed by Cleveland. Anyone really claimed by Cleveland? Truly? Amazing, isn't it? And they took advantage. Previous members of the 22 recruiting class who returned to college football and took advantage of the extra year of eligibility granted by District Judge Charlotte Sweeney were those who didn't sign NFL contracts. Now, despite Sweeney clarifying on August numero dos, hey, Maddie. Hey, Maddie. Says, hi, Steve and chat. Can we show this? Okay, let's show it. Boom. Hi, Steve and chat. I wish we can do it. Okay, let's show it. Hi, Steve. The printing is small, but we're going to try our best. Oops. I think I'm about to grow up here. Boink. Okay, give me a momentary pause here because I frankly don't know what I'm doing still, but if it works, it works. And we are live. Hopefully we're still live. There we are. Nice to see. Okay, hello, Steve and chat. How's the StreamYards working out for you so far? Very good, very good. I am learning. And we're still live. Hot diggity dogs. I'm not ending the stream. No sirree bub. We are still live, and I still got a lot to discuss. Yep, we're still live. I wonder if I can just say not yet. Oh, good. And Donovan, my friend, says, hello, Steve in chat. Oh, that's Matt's. Okay, let's see. Boom. Okay, Donovan is waving his hands, saying, hi, everybody. And that's saying that, yes, we're still live. There we go. Yep, we're still live. There we go. New comments. Well, let's hope there's something good here. Okay. Sure, let's see. We're going to try our little luck here. Yeah, sure. Let me see if we can get you on here. Invite guest. Okay. Let's see. Let's copy this. And okay, I got it copied. There we go. I'm going to zap that. And let me get you, let me see if I can do this properly. There we go. And okay. Let's see if we can do this right, wrong, or oh boy. Let's see, direct message. Okay, we're going to try this. We'll try this again. This works so good. We're so smooth in this way here. Come on, somebody. Grr. We're off of these. Now what have I done? Here we are. Yeah, yeah, please do. Well, I can post it in the private chat here. I'm hoping I can do this. Okay. I'm going to try to, it says paste. Come on, paste. There we are. There we go, folks. If you want to join us here, be happy, ba-boom. And adding to stage.
Hello.
Hey, how are you, bud?
Hello.
Hey, Matt and Eddie has joined us.
Hello. Okay.
Ah, there he is. Well, at least a third of them.
There we go.
There you are. Hey, now I can hear you.
Yeah, this was the experiment I was trying out.
Okay, it looks good. See, folks, this is definitely sports and entertainment.
Yeah. So far, so good. Yeah, I figure we might as well try this out so that we can test out more stuff on here since you're still new at this.
Yep. Hey there. Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be, MICKYMLUSE. But anyway, Let's get out the college football. Let's get you some scores. And for that, oh boy, am I happy we're getting this. We'll get back to the news in just a few moments. Right now, let's get you some scores, get you updated. Let's go to the WNBA. We got some games. There's 3 games. One is just went final. And Dallas has beaten Indiana by a score of 91-85. In the first quarter, a minute 15 left to play. It's Connecticut down against the Las Vegas Aces, 25-16. And 2 minutes, 48 seconds left. The Atlanta Dream are beating the LA Sparks by a score of 20-9. That is still early. And if you want to see that game, you'll have to watch it on Amazon Prime Video. There we go, face to face, enjoying this little festiveness. Let me just see if I can box that. Thank you. Okay. Now, we go from one extreme to the National Football League. Here's the scores from tonight's games. So, fear not. At the end of the third quarter, it is Houston over Vegas, 20-10. That's going to torque off my good friend, my first kill on Twitch. Melissa, of course. Great lady. I'm hoping she's watching. If not, I'll just send her the stream here. First quarter, by the way, for those of you, if you got the NFL Network, it's San Francisco and the Chargers, 4:29 left in the opening quarter, and we are goose eggs in that one, zip to zip. Let's get you some baseball scores, and let's see if I can do this correctly. Yes.
Yeah, good thing I came on here.
Yes. Boy, howdy.
Did you try out the teleprompter thing on this thing yet?
I'm just going at it one thing at a time.
All right.
Right now, I'm just glad I got this part. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. Top of the ninth inning, Texas leads Washington 2-0. Bottom of the seventh, the LA Angels of Anaheim are slaughtering the Houston Astros 16-2. Final scores, we got a ton of them. St. Louis over Cincinnati, 10-9. Cleveland over San Francisco, 5-2. Toronto over Tampa Bay, 5-1. Kansas City and KC and the Sunshine Band, otherwise known as Kansas City, they beat the Athletics 6-2. Atlanta over the White Sox 2-0. And Milwaukee over Seattle 7-4. Not only can I not speak, I can obviously not see. And one big final, Yankees destroyed Baltimore 6-1. Yes, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Wish I had a better background, but I got to, of course, center myself. There we go. Oh, nice.
Yeah, different backgrounds in YouTube State. I'm just cycling through.
Okay. We just get the minor league scores, and then we'll get back to some sports action and everything else. And some entertainment news that we can get for you. Let's go to Thursday, boys. Kick Thursday. Thank you. Here we go in the International League Minor League Baseball scoreboard. Here we go. In 11 innings, Gwinnett, they beat Norfolk 3-2. Other final scores: Charlotte over Rochester 7-2. Final score, game one of the Toledo Mud Hens and Louisville Bats, Mud Hens beat the Bats in game 1 by a score of 5-3. But in game 2, the Bats got their revenge. They beat the Mud Hens 4-3 in 8 innings. The Durham Bulls beat the Memphis Redbirds in 10 innings, 3-2. Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders defeated the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs 5-1. Worcester Red Sox over the Buffalo Bison 10-3. Thank you. The Omaha Storm Chasers over Columbus Clippers 8-2. The Syracuse Mets Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp game was suspended due to weather conditions. Indianapolis Indians in 10 innings defeat the Nashville Sounds 3-2. Iowa Cubs over the St. Paul Saints 10-3. In Pacific Coast League action, let's go bottom up on this one. Tacoma Rainiers over the Reno Aces 5-3. Sacramento River Cats over the Las Vegas Aviators 4-3. El Paso Chihuahuas over the Salt Lake Bees 11-8. Sugarland Space Cowboys over the Round Rock Express 4-1. And the Oklahoma City Comets beat the Albuquerque Isotopes. Have to do that because you know the Isotopes, the Simpsons. 9-3 in the Eastern League, which is better than the Western League. Who knows? Here we go. Once again, going bottom up. Erie over Hartford 3-1. Reading over Chesapeake 6-4. Somerset over New Hampshire 5-1. Richmond over Harrisburg, 7-2. Binghamton over Portland, 6-2. And the Akron Rubber Ducks over the Altoona Curve, 4-2. Southern League action, final in 10 innings. Birmingham Barons over the Columbus Clean Tones, 7-6. Montgomery, the Biscuits rose and they devoured the Chattanooga Lookouts 13-9. Pensacola, 10 innings, defeated Biloxi 11-10. And the Rocket City Trash Pandas got dumped by the Knoxville Smokies 6-1. Texas League action, Northwest Arkansas lost to Springfield 10-3. San Antonio over Frisco 8-6. Tulsa over Arkansas, 11-8. Wichita over the Corpus Christi, 5-1. Midland over Amarillo, 8-6. Midwest League, our league, here in the Mid-Michigan area. Yes, friends, let's give it to you straight and to the point. They had a doubleheader between the Dayton Dragons and Lake County Capitans. And in game 1, it was the Dragons breathe a little fire on Lake County, 3-1, but Lake County got them back in game 2, and they beat the Dragons by a score of 4-3. West Michigan Whitecaps over the Lansing Lugnuts, 7-5. Great Lakes Loons defeated the South Bend Cubs, 8-6. Fort Wayne Tin Caps and the Quad City River Bandits game was canceled because of the flooding. Cedar Rapids Colonels, my eyes are watering. That is why I cannot see the board. There we go. Cedar Rapids Colonels beat the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers 4-0. And the Peoria Chiefs over the Beloit Skycaps 5-3. Northwest League action goes as follows: Vancouver Canadians 14, Tri-City Dust Devils 4. If that's not enough, I don't know what is. There we go. Let's get rid of that ad. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Vancouver defeated Tri-City 14-4. Eugene over Hillsboro 9-1. Everett over Spokane 7-1. South Atlantic League action. Greensboro over Winston-Salem in 10 innings, 10-9. Rome over Asheville, 8-3. Hub City over Greenville, 6-3. Hudson Valley over Wilmington over Hudson Valley. Boy, I'm making dang mistake. 6-5. Brooklyn over Jersey Shore, 6-1. And in 10 innings, Frederick over Bowling Green, 5-4. California League went like this. Visalia Rawhide over the Stockton Ports, 15-7. Inland Empire 66ers over the Lake Elsinore Storm, 8-1. San Jose Giants. They must be Giants, and they are. They beat the Grizzlies 5-1, or 5-0, excuse me. Inland Empire over Lake Elsinore 8-1. And the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes beat the Ontario Tower Buzzers 10-2. Carolina League action. Holy cow and a half. Augusta defeated Charleston 7-2. Fayetteville over Fredericksburg 7-4. Hickory over Kannapolis 5-3. Delmarva over Salem 7-3. Myrtle Beach over Hill City 11-4. And Wilson, yes, a volleyball can actually play baseball. Wilson defeated Columbia 12-3. Florida action. It goes like this. Fort Myers over Clearwater 10-4. Daytona over Palm Beach 10-9. Lakeland over Bradenton by a score of 3-0. St. Lucie over Jupiter 7-2. And Tampa over Dunedin 11-7. In the Major League Baseball Draft League, Virginia Black Bears over the State College Spikes 10-8. Williamsport Crosscutters over Aberdeen Ironbirds 12-8. I read that wrong. I read the first one wrong. Virginia Black Bears 10, State College Spikes 8. Okay, Trenton Thunder over the Mahoning Valley Scrappers 10-6. College Wood Bat Baseball, the Northwoods League and Championship game. Royal Oak, the Leprechauns had the magically good. The Leprechauns defeated the St. Cloud Rocks, 3-1. In American Association Baseball, let's go to it. Sioux City over Fargo Moorhead, 5-2. King County over Lincoln, 5-4. Chicago over Milwaukee, 7-6. Winnipeg over Sioux Falls, 12-6. Lake County over Kansas City, 6-0. And Gary South Shore over Cleburne, 4-3. In the Atlantic League, all these are finals. Lexington over Southern Maryland, 2-1. Long Island over York, 7-6. Lancaster over Staten Island, 7-1. Hagerstown in game one of the doubleheader for them. Hagerstown beat Charleston 5-1 in game one. 5-4 in game one. And Hagerstown did it again. They swept a doubleheader by beating Charleston in game two, 10-1. In another double dip, it was High Point over Gastonia, 5-3. And High Point swept it by a score of 6-5. Lancaster defeated Staten Island 7-1. Long Island over York 7-6. And Lexington over Southern Maryland 2-1. Frontier League action. Wow. Windy City over Ottawa 5-2. Schaumburg over Joliet 5-1. Mississippi over Washington 5-4. New York over Trois-Rivières 13-8. Quebec 17. Brockton 2. New Jersey over Down East 12-2. Lake Erie and Florence postponed due to ugly, disgusting weather. Gateway Grizzlies and Evansville Otters had a double dip. In game one, it took 8 innings, but the Otters beat the Grizzlies 3-2. And they did it again in game number 2 as Evansville, the Otters, swept the pair by winning game 2, 3-2. Lake Erie and Florence postponed by rain. New Jersey over Down East. I think we've already done that part. And Tri-City over Sussex, 13-6. Pioneer League action. Idaho Falls and Ogden postponed due to rain. Glacier Range over Billings, 11-5. Great Falls over Missoula, 9-2. Boise over Red Pocket, 10-4. Long Beach over Yuba Sooners, 6-3. And Modesto over Oakland, 11-1. Canadian Football League action. All this is fun, but we got a couple of finals. Yes. Let's give it all here. Atlanta Dream, 104. Connecticut Sun, soon to be in Houston, 104-69. New York Liberty over Los Angeles Sparks, 85-81. And the Vegas Aces down the Washington Mystics, 83-76. Wahoo. Canadian Football League action. It was the BC Lions over the Calgary Stampeders, 30-26. Ooh la la. So far, so good.
Yep,
So
far so good.
Yeah, made little mistakes here and there, but still, we're learning this as we continue on.
Yeah, at least it's nice to note that my model can still work on here and the stream's still going strong.
Yep. And if we keep this up, we'll hit it on time. Yay. Breaking news, folks. We got it right here. And as you know, when breaking news happens, we bring it to you. With very hard out of less than 2 weeks, state legislatures in Sacramento are either going to be Scrooge or Santa with California's film and TV tax incentives for the near morbid LA industry. It's a mixed result right now with a lot of good intentions, a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and the legislative session ending on August 31st. In the past few hours alone, with studios and indies panicked about effectively losing lucrative annual $750 million industry incentives by 2030, a mission to fix the mega measures that already was signed into law and caps the business and corporate tax credits over $5 million went from launch to being struck on in the legislative tarmac. A deal was in place Thursday morning that would have carved out an exception for independent productions and some studio streamer productions. In fact, with an anticipated backlash from Silicon Valley, the deal looked so done. The MPA, Motion Picture Association of America, late last night circulated a talking points one-pager on it to stakeholders and media outlets. However, as the final language was being put into place by Assembly Member Rick Chavez Zilber's office today, legislative leadership told the Hollywood Democrat they were now taking a different approach. It's a move that pulled the plug very hard. There are no definitive details on what that new approach is or whether it could end as a fast-track trailer bill, policy carved out, or something else. But sources tell our friends at Deadline there were indications from Governor Crazy, Gavin Newsom's team, that the Burr's proposal wasn't what they had in mind. Gee, I wonder what it was. So right now, with Paramount possibly making a threat to move out of Hollywood as the merger between Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery continues to move on a snail's pace. And as we near the midterms, it doesn't look good for California. But we'll just have to wait and see and find out just what it is. Okay. The Paramount Warner Brothers backlash. Both film companies, both entertainment companies, threatened to leave L.A. They're going up against an AG, a attorneys general, who won't back down. They have divided Hollywood to the point where movie studios are seeking places like Nashville, Tennessee. Maybe this time, maybe Jackson could be one. Anyway, Dancing with the Stars, for all of you that still watch this show, season 35 cast has been announced. And where are you here? Okay. ABC is polishing up the dance floor to welcome a new group of celebrities vying for the Len Goodman Mirrorball Trophy for Dancing with the Stars 35th season. They have not revealed the full lineup of stars getting ready to bust their move, but rehearsals have commenced this week and names have been circulating. Now, to keep things under wraps, the stars have been captured wearing masks and being escorted out of the studios, continuing to hide their identities. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where is Dancing with the Stars done? Well, it is done at Television City in Hollywood, or should I say the Mortgage to the Hilt Television City in Hollywood. Now, it won't be until September 2nd on Good Morning America when the full list of celebrities is revealed. There is a compilation of some of the names of stars putting on their dance shoes. Summer House star Clara Miller is already confirmed for season 35. So is the Traders USA breakout star and former Love Island UK contestant Maura Higgins. She was also confirmed. At its upfront presentation in May, ABC confirmed that Savannah Bananas star Jackson Olsen will be competing in season 35 of the Dance Off. The second baseman is no danger to putting on a show and would be vying for the Mirrorball Trophy. More recently, Jimmy Kimmel Live's sidekick, Guillermo Rodriguez, was added to the cast lineup and would make his way across the ballroom this fall. As Dancing with the Stars season 35 nears other names being mentioned, Tyler Cameron from Bachelorette season 15 and Step Up star Jenna Dewan. Other media personalities rumored to join the show include Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Whitney Levitt's husband, Connor Levitt, and Love Thy Nadler star Sarah Jane Nadler. Both of these names are already in the Disney family, would continue fueling the Huluverse. The media company has been heavily investing in with its Get Real campaign. So we will find out officially who's, what, where, why, and how coming up in September. And of course, for those of you that really do care, folks, Rosie O'Donnell, or as we affectionately call her, Rosie O'Donuts, has made her triumphant return to the States, though be it temporarily, to guest host on Jimmy Kimmel Live and possibly reappear on The View. We now have a moment of silence. That's about it. Okay, now you're probably wondering what happened to us yesterday, why there was no show yesterday. Well, we got to tell you, we got some news. I go to a clubhouse called J-Town for mental health. And one of our members, a gentleman by the name of Drew, passed away at the age of 70. Now, his passing got to all of us to the point that I almost broke down, and I mean broke down. Because apparently, now this is not official because we do not know, but apparently he passed away of a heart attack. And as all of you know, I will be having a third heart catheterization September 30th, I do believe. That'll be the happening. I hope it's September 3rd. I'll have to find that out when I get a chance. But I'm not scared or anything. But if y'all could just send a little good vibes, positivity, and some good prayers, because I'm going to need them. I have went through 2 heart catheterizations, and they've all been good, but this third one, I'm hoping will be the last one, and I will be able to breathe with all arteries cleansed.
I hope so too, Steve.
Yeah, because I'm telling you this, I am going to be I'm going to be changing the way I eat and the way I've been exercising and the way I do stuff, because I want to be healthy and I want to remain here. So everybody, please, prayers, vibes, and some good mojo. Because
Pegasus hikes for you, Steve.
Thank you, and I thank our producer director, Matthew the Wizard Nichols, as well.
I hope I got the saying right. YouTuber plus producer at Last Call Cafe Studios. I'm not sure if that's the studio name. I just figured.
Well, as Harry would love to, as Harry von Stuttgart, our announcer, always says, it is the Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network.
Okay, Last Call Cafe Media Network.
Okay. And I did see Angie and Yuki Tuesday when the Wellness Tuesday folks went from Lifeways to Cascades Park. They were doing okay. Angie is doing good with the walker and even better with the cane. She has a little knee problems, but both are doing okay. They said for me to say hi to you. I am going, and I will be, yes, I will be going to Mega XP on Saturday. I'm only going to be there from, let's see, bus comes here and I'll have to walk. Let's see about when I get to the transfer station, or as I like to call it, the bus station in downtown. All I got to do is just walk it and I will be there. I got some pesos and I will be getting my ticket, and I'm going to be joining you, Angie, Yuki, and Jay for at least a little while, because I want to make sure I don't miss the bus, because as we all know, the bus ends its shift at about 6:15. So I want to make sure I get there a little bit early, like maybe 4. Also, I mentioned Mega XP to the morning weather forecaster, Katie, over at Channel 6. She's going to be there. And yes, I will be somewhat in costume. I just don't know what, but I got one of my suits. I got my fedora. So I figure if I can get my trench coat good as gold, I'll be a detective. I know it's not
Idea.
original, but it's the best I can do.
Yeah.
So if you see me, and yes, I will have my wolf's head cane. So I'm going to look good. I hope.
Yeah, most likely my mom, brother, and I were going to be at the the gaming room for all the video games and such. That's where I really like to hang out.
I will probably be attending a few things, but when the clock strikes 4, I'm bugging over to the bus depot and heading back to the casa. But I will be there. I'll try to be there till about 4, so I don't miss a thing.
Yeah, my mom, brother, and I have VIP passes.
That was probably an arm, a leg, and a foot.
$50 each.
Pardon?
It was around $50 to $60 each. It was around $50 each.
Okay, so let's see. I think I'll just spend a 20. I'm learning to be frugal in my old age. Boy. Anyway,
Hopefully,
it's not easy.
eventually, when we all meet up, we can finally start getting the old game back here because the brain still hasn't joined the Discord. I'm not sure if he's ever
Well, I am going to be there. By hook or by crook, I am going to be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, friends, and you are my friends. That is the story from Hollywood. We got about 3 minutes left. Oh, gee, what can we do for 3 minutes? That hasn't been done before. I have no idea. But to everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. We're not done yet. I know I promised a couple of stories, and we are going to get to those stories right now. Let's get over quickly to the fun-loving, not SW. Boop, boop. Thank you. Let's get to the other sports, and that is our media segment. Again, longtime sports columnist Matt Calkins opted to resign from the Seattle Times after they allegedly declined to publish his story in support of Sophie Cunningham. Calkins announced his exit on social media Thursday, revealing the resignation after 11 years. You know, it's hard to read when your tear ducts are wanting to bust out. His exit on social media Thursday, revealing the resignation after 11 years with the Seattle Times, was entirely his decision. But after writing several columns that the Seattle Times decided against publishing, he decided to take a hike. Let's get over here. Recent weeks on the NFL media rights, there have been marked a changing of the tides. Last September, the NFL publicly acknowledged for the first time that it would seek to strike early renewals with its broadcast partners several years prior to the 29-30 season, when it has the contractual option to exit most of its agreements. However, now first it looked like the new deals were inevitable, but things began to change. The NFL started facing pressure from all corners of Washington. Congress, the FCC, the Department of Justice, and others all started to scrutinize the shift of live sports off of linear TV and onto streaming services, Netflix and all them. Those roadblocks seemingly brought league partners enough time to where no new deals were finalized prior to the 26-27 season. as the NFL reportedly wanted. Now, I got to explain something to the fine folks out there that are listening and watching. ESPN has not yet done it, and I hope they don't, because officially, the first cable network, and I underline this, the first cable network to do the Super Bowl was the kids network, Nickelodeon, which is owned by Paramount, which owns CBS, and they have done it twice. So ESPN, once again, you cannot say you will be the first cable network to broadcast the Super Bowl. A kids network beat you to it. To point with clarity, SpongeBob and his friends beat you to it. So if I hear one little commercial saying ESPN, the first cable network, nope. Officially, and it's noted, the first cable network to broadcast the Super Bowl is the kids network, Nickelodeon. Yay! You'll be the second cable network to broadcast the Super Bowl. So there you go. So there you go, folks. Sports, little entertainment news, and a lot of us. That's going to wrap it up, and I get to do the ending. So here we go. The executive producer of Steve Sporty Balls was yours truly, Steve the Baxman Baxley. The producer director was Pegasus, the Pegasus friend, the friend of Pegasus. Linked correctly. There we are. Matthew, the Wizard, Nichols.
Also, Steve, switch to the setting where we can see pictures because I posted something. Turns out I could post pictures too.
Ooh, nice.
Do you remember the percents on here that can show the picture?
Oh yeah, let me see if I can perk it up here. Boink. Okay.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There you go. And our recording producer director is the god of professional wrestling, Jay the Brain Man. Our announcers were Harry von Stuttgart, Armand Pangborn. I forget his first name. Dang it. Yes, that is cute. That is cute, Donovan. Franklin Pangborn. There we go. Thank you, Frank. And Lord Hawthorne Hayes. Our audio, video, and all sorts of cadaverish things were done by Cletus Throckmorton, Lord Hawthorne Hayes. And coming soon, we might do it even with StreamYards. We will bring back the L2C, and that means only one thing: the sardonic cultural belch of the week.
The insidious belch of the week.
That's right, is coming back. We'll get to y'all a bit later. Let us remove this for a moment so we can go back as two people. Boom. So for Matt and Eddie, I am Steve the Baxman Baxley. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network. This program came to you from our lovely and still bare studios on the fourth floor of the Park Forest apartment complex somewhere in the city of Jackson, Michigan, and we have 30 seconds left before we say good night, and I'm going to try to stretch it out as best as I can. So here goes. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Same time, same place, same space, and please join us tomorrow. We're still learning this thing. So if we make any errors or mistakes, please accept my apologies. Again, we're working with something new, and we hope you like it. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See ya!
Also, if you want to join the Last Call Cafe Discord server, there you go. That's the Discord
Oh.
server for Last Call Cafe.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta kill the stream here, so we'll see you tomorrow. Now we
See you
can
tomorrow.
say bye-bye.